Geberit hid the toilet tank inside the wall by changing two things at once: how the tank was built and how plumbers could reach it later. That combination made a concealed toilet tank practical instead of risky. The idea grew out of Geberit's move into plastic. In 1952, the company introduced its first plastic cistern, made from PVC. 12 years later, in 1964, Geberit took the next step and designed a cistern that could be installed inside the wall. At the time, that was a major change from traditional installation. Plumbers were understandably cautious. Once a tank disappeared behind the wall, reliability and access were no longer small details. They became the whole challenge. A normal toilet tank is easy to see and open. Put it behind tiles, and what happens when a valve wears out or something needs adjusting? Breaking open the wall every time would make the whole idea impractical. Geberit's solution was to make the flush plate do two jobs. From the outside, it is simply the button you press to flush. But when the plate is removed, the opening behind it becomes the service access. Through that opening, a plumber can reach important internal parts such as the fill valve and flush valve. The wall itself does not need to be opened for normal maintenance. The tank also had to be extremely reliable. Modern Geberit concealed cistern bodies are made as a single blow-molded plastic body. In this process, the plastic is inflated inside a mold, a little like blowing up a balloon until it takes the shape of the container. That avoids joining separate halves of the tank together and helps create a highly watertight body. Geberit also puts its flushing systems through long-term testing. The company says they are tested with at least 200 Suzu flush and refill cycles, simulating decades of use. And because internal mechanical parts can eventually wear out, Geberit says spare parts for the basic function of concealed cisterns are available for 50 years. So the clever part was not simply hiding a normal toilet tank behind a wall. Geberit redesigned the system around the fact that the tank would become invisible. The water container sits behind the wall. The parts that may need servicing remain reachable through the flush plate, and the tank itself is built and tested for long-term use. That is how Geberit turned a hidden toilet tank from a risky plumbing idea into a practical bathroom system.